Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. So today I have some pretty exciting news that I wanted to share with you guys about Blade Show West and the prototype knife that I'm still currently working on. It's still in its rough state, but I'll give you guys some closer footage of this in just a moment. But I wanted to mention or give a shout out to David from Blade Banter. Now he reached out to Concept Knives without even me knowing and recommended me to them to represent their booth at Blade Show West. So they reached out to me, I'd say about 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago, and asked me if I could represent their booth. Took me about 10 minutes to decide, and I agreed to go because that's just a really cool opportunity. And I get to check out some of their cool knives, which they did send me. I can't, unfortunately, I can't show them to you guys right now. But I already did a video on it of the new knives that they're working on, and that will be at Blade Show. So really excited about those. They have a few that they sent to me that are pretty interesting. Now, they didn't send me all of the ones they're going to have at the show, so I got a few good ones that stood out to me, but I'll mention that in the video after Blade Show and let you guys know about those as well. I'm really excited for this opportunity. Again, shout out to David and Concept Knives. Thank you guys very much for making this happen. I think it's going to be a really good time. And I'm going to try to get as much footage as I can for you guys. I can't make any promises because this is my first time doing something like this, being behind the booth. But if any of you guys are attending Blade Show West, feel free to come by the Concept Knives booth, check out some knives, and we can just chit chat. More than likely, I will bring my prototype, which will be finished. And if you guys want to handle this, feel free to ask, and I would love feedback. I'm going to give this to as many people as I can and knife makers to see what they think of this, because I'm really curious and definitely going to do some fine tuning to it. But again, very excited. Can't wait to go and check out all the other cool knives. With that being said, let's take a closer look at my prototype knife, and I'll give you guys a top view just so you guys have a better look at it. Now, keep in mind, this is still in a very rough prototype phase. As you can see, there's still some markings of where I'm going to do just some slight changes and make this a little bit more comfortable in hand. Now, the material for the handles is white G10, and for the blade, I used the black G10 and carbon fiber mixed material just to have that contrast against the white G10. As you can see, I have the layout of where I want to put my swedge on the harpoon. And then the beveled edge, I'm going to just do a full flat grind. Probably going to use hand files since I don't have the greatest belt sander, but I believe I can achieve it. Again, this is just going to be a rough prototype, so I don't have to get too fancy. Just enough for people to get the idea of what I'll be doing. As for the handle, I'll be creating some beveled edges, and then I will do a smaller bevel all the way around just so it's more comfortable in hand. And honestly, I do have some changes that I personally want to do already. Maybe make it just a little bit thinner because obviously this thing is pretty chunky. And I really want to keep this big belly blade, but we'll see what people say at the show. And obviously let me know down below what you guys think so far on this prototype. But I marked out where I'm going to put some grooves so you can get easier access to the frame lock. I still have to create a pocket clip, which won't be too big of a challenge. I did put a front flipper tab. I still have to put some jimping there to actually use it. You can still do it at the moment, but want to add that jimping. You can thumb flick it, no problem. And then you can spidey flick it, no problem as well. So the action is surprisingly well for just it being G10. So that is the current state of the prototype knife. Again, still need to do some fine tuning. Make sure it feels good in hand before I hand it out to people and get their feedback, good or bad. Honestly, I just need a lot of criticism so that I can fine tune it because, like I mentioned before, there's still some things that I'd like to change and I think would be better on this knife. So again, really excited for this. I hope to see many of you at Blade Show West. Again, come by the booth, check out the knives, say hi. And as always, you guys, thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next one.